No, because I'm actually fucking confused. Are you lot gay or am I fucking ugly? Because why on earth am I still single?
Nah, you're just fucking ugly.
Distance life hack. I'm going to the line dancing bar right now, but my boyfriend's 3,000 miles away, so I don't want to dance with any other guys. So I'm wearing a fake engagement ring, and whenever somebody asks me to dance, I'm just gonna say, I'm married.
She belongs to the streets.
If this is you, you better lower your motherfucking tone when you talking to me.
Sensational.
That's not masculine, that's toxic masculinity.
Buzzword.
How do you define toxic masculinity?
There is that kind of perception where I guess men can't like show emotion or stuff like that. I feel like, or they just get so mad, or like their emotions are so high where they end up showing it in anger. I feel like that happens a lot, and I've seen that firsthand.
Okay.
You don't believe that a biological male has a physical advantage in sports over a biological female?
Not as a definitive statement.
How many female members of the NBA do you see?
Well, I can say that, there's been this news article about men that think that they could beat Serena Williams in tennis, that they think that they could actually score a point on her. And it's just not the case. She is stronger than that.
For me, tennis and men's tennis and women's tennis are completely almost two separate sports. So I'm like, if I were to play Andy Murray, I would lose 6-0, 6-0 in 5 to 6 minutes, maybe 10 minutes, because it's true. It's a completely different sport. The men are a lot faster. They serve harder. They hit harder. It's just a different game. And I love to play women's tennis. And I only want to play girls because I don't want to be embarrassed.
This is so true, and if you can't accept this, you're fucking delusional, mate.
When I see a fat person, I'm like, wow, you got the gift of life. You got the gift of being in a developed country, and you're a fat POS talking about body positivity on TikTok? What the hell is going on?
But now you're segmenting, though, because not everyone thinks like that.
No, we need to bring shaming back.
Okay.
We need to bring shaming back in so many other regards besides obesity. We need to do it with sluts. We need to shame fat people. We need to shame everybody when it's fucked up. Because shame has been one of the strongest defenses against degeneracy and human hiccups. I did an experiment back in like 2015 where I bulked for almost 2 years, and I got up to 250 pounds, and then I dieted down. It took me about 7 months. I systematically did it, controlled my calories, tracked my macros, tracked my protein, carbs, fats, and systematically lost 1 to 2 pounds per week.
So you chose to gain up to 250.
Yeah, so I've been in all sections. I'm naturally skinny.
Yeah.
And then I was like, all right, I'm going to get fat as an experiment.
Yeah.
Did it, and then I was like, all right, now I'm going to lose the weight. And then all I did was just track my calories, ate the same food every single day.
Yeah.
Went to the gym 4 or 5 times a week, and everything was controlled, and it got done. Was it monotonous? Of course. Was it boring?
No, yeah. I agree with you there. I am naturally this way. This is with working out 4 or 5 times.
That's not true.
You just can't put down the fucking fork, mate.
It's facts! It's facts! Is it not facts? These sites are not facts.
So if a woman should hit a man, shouldn't he smack her back?
No.
Why not?
Because she's a girl.
She doesn't know that?
But I just think that's unfair.
So if a woman smack a man, what should he do?
He probably deserved it, to be honest.
What?
I don't think the guy should ever hit the girl.
Really?
Yeah.
Not even to protect himself against it?
No, what is he protecting?
Have you ever smacked a guy?
Have I?
Oh yeah, I can tell.
Think so.
You have to ask.
Oh, you have.
Yeah. Whenever somebody goes,
when you don't really know.
It's a yes.
Yeah.
It's a hard yes.
Can you name any rights men have today that women don't?
Any rights that men have that women do not? Any rights that men have that women do not? No.
So then what laws are feminists fighting for?
Shit, that's a good one. That's a really good one. Oh man, I don't even know.
Fair play to her for accepting it.
Talk show host embarrassed by Muslim on live television.
Having 3 or 4 wives, or as you refer to them, property. Now, over here...
Did I refer to them as property?
Yes, you did. You did.
I referred to wives as property.
Yes, you said it. We've got it on camera. Yeah. So,
I said wives are property.
You referred to women being property.
Sex outside of marriage is an abuse of the property of God, because the property owner does not give consent for it to be used in that sense.
Refer to women being property.
Property of God.
Okay.
God owns all of us only. Like God owns me. God owns. I'm property of God. Okay. We're all the property of God alone. No human can be owned by any other human being, and in property from a far theological perspective. And so, if you do something that's a sin, you are using God's property against the consent of the owner, which is only the creator.
Should women be drafted for war? Oh, that's too tough for me to answer. Sure, I'll fight for this country. Yeah, I think so. I think it might put a stop to it, maybe. Personally, I mean, do I want to be drafted? Not for the last one. Not for me. No from you.
Notice how equality changes when it suits them.
Now, if they make it to the final, the girls will get $5,500 each. The blokes will get $69,000 each. How can anyone justify this item?
They can't.
No.
I mean, the gender. I beg your pardon.
I can justify it.
How? Why?
Well, I tell you what, stars don't get paid more money because, sport doesn't become interesting because the stars are paid more money. Stars get paid more money because the sport is interesting. Let me ask you this. How many of you guys on the panel know who our Australian Matildas are playing in the quarterfinals? No, because you don't care about it. Now, when you start to go and watch these women play the wonderful football they do, then they'll earn more money.
I do. Okay, so 99% of sexual perpetrators are male. And
that's false.
No, look it up. Look it up right now.
What about all these women teachers that are...
Right. Let me get into that because this is quite literally my background. This is what I do for a living. So I can tell you that it is 99% of sexual perpetrators are male. You can look that up right now.
That's false.
Yeah. I'm telling you, this is what bugs me about men who say things like that. That is willful ignorance. You can absolutely look that up and educate yourself right now, and you don't. Why?
Also, it's not true.
When a
It
is true.
On its face, it's not true.
Oh my God, you have to look it up. How can you say that's not true? What's your background? Where are your statistics coming from?
What the fuck?
So why would God equip the average woman to be smarter than men? Do you think it's just for homeschooling their children?
Again, the claim that you made at first, which is that men and women have bell curves, the men's bell curve being wider than the woman's, would not imply that the average woman is smarter than the average man.
Oh, no.
It would line them up
the
exactly.
The curve itself
right?
implies or actually indicates that
no, it would
on
just
average...
be the extremes.
No,
right,
no. If you actually look at the curves, at the top, it's women taller than the men's curve.
But the IQ of the curve would be on the x-axis, right? That's where you get the extremes. So I think.
So are you disputing that on average women are more intelligent than men?
As would Larry Summers, as would the people who have studied this.
She's definitely on the lower end of that bell curve.
Man doesn't want a girl that's just going to be naked all the time and put herself out there available for every man to see. You know, that I don't have to be a man to know that that's not what men want. So then you say men suck, and I ask this question all the time. You complain about men, but are you being the type of a woman that a man would want, right? If you think that that's freedom, the idea that you have to wear less, and the idea that you have to get naked to be heard, do you really think that's a form of freedom? Because that's slavery, that's bondage. I didn't have to take off my clothes to be heard in society. And these women will realize that when you follow these people that are, self-imposed feminists, I'm a feminist, I do this, I'm a feminist, you hear that word over and over and over again, you'll find that the majority of them are miserable. Look at their lives and ask yourself a question. Do you think they are happy? Do you feel good when you do what they do, right? When you're constantly looking for a dopamine hit.